Welcome to another episode of 31 in 31, a month of conversations with Proverbs 31 women. Today's episode celebrates the beauty of faith, creativity, and community service. I'm joined by Angela Harrington and Colleen Chatham, two incredible women of faith and educators who volunteer their time with the New Life Union Missions Ministries involving children and youth. The Christmas for Kids toy store is a powerful outreach providing an opportunity for parents and guardians with children who are experiencing financial hardship to enjoy Christmas with dignity. The toy store enables pre-qualified parents or guardians to be able to shop to select gifts for their children, have them wrapped, and it's all funded through the mission's thrift store and other donations. In addition to this amazing ministry, the mission also provides a youth camp, an after-school program, and a very special student-run greeting card enterprise. Through the greeting card program, middle school students design their own artwork, which is then printed and sold as greeting cards to raise funds directly for the enterprise. The funds raised from the sale of the cards funds payment stipends for the student creators. Under the leadership and encouragement of Angela and Colleen, these young artists are learning not only about creativity and business management principles, but about compassion and giving. In this episode, we'll talk about how New Life Union Missions Ministries are changing lives, how faith drives their service, how a simple idea such as drawing art for greeting cards has become a beautiful way to share love and hope with youth who have barriers to future success, and how simply being able to select gifts and have them wrapped for your children provides such a sense of dignity and achievement for a struggling parent during the Christmas season. This episode is sure to tug on your heartstrings and hopefully on your sense of giving. Join me now for a wonderful conversation to learn more from Angela and Colleen about the New Life Union Mission Outreach Ministries. Welcome, ladies. Thanks so much, Angela and Colleen, sitting down to talk to us today about some programs of the New Life Union Mission. I never, since the name change a couple of years or a few years ago now, I never knew whether Union fell off or not, so I always get that wrong. I just call it New Life.
Well, a lot of people just still refer to it as the mission.
As the mission.
We answered everything.
You answered everything and take money
That's
regardless,
right.
regardless of what the check is written to,
Absolutely.
right? So let's talk about that. First, let's talk about these beautiful cards that are behind us and what that program is here at the Union Mission.
Okay, you want to do that?
This program is called Youth Enterprises. We make greeting cards for different people. You see graduation, just some regular greeting cards, happy birthday, different things. But what it does, it teaches entrepreneurship for some of our kids. We hire them out of our mission club, and they have to apply and do references, and they have to go through an application process. And we meet on Tuesdays, and they make cards. They might get a paycheck, and they make cards and fulfill orders that people made, for different holidays and stuff. And it teaches them a lot of things about business.
And last year we made and sold about 800 cards.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So we meet once a week on Tuesday afternoons with these
So the
kids.
students are doing the artwork and the design of the cards.
Yes.
That's fabulous. And they're so pretty.
Thank you.
So for listeners and viewers out there, if you've got birthdays coming up or graduations will be happening in the spring, Christmas, are there going to be Christmas cards?
Christmas
Yes.
cards.
I love that.
Valentine's, anything.
Sympathy, yes.
And they can just reach out here at the mission office?
They can reach out to the mission, or most of the time I will post it on my Facebook page. Colleen will share it. It'll be on the New Life Union Mission page.
Okay.
That, the samples of the cards and
Okay.
the
Like Christmas
process.
cards,
Right.
those cards will be on the
Yes.
New Life page.
And are they sold in packs of so and so, or just
However you want
individual?
them. You can do, one, you can do 50. It doesn't matter.
Can people place special orders
Yes.
for custom designs?
We have had, we did a custom order last year for a lady who does a lot of volunteer work at the Humane Society. So we did some Christmas cards with puppy dogs on them.
Puppy dogs,
So
yeah.
cute.
I bet the students loved that
Yes,
one.
they love that.
Well,
Yes.
that's great. So this is a separate program from the program we're actually here to talk about today, which is Christmas for Kids.
Yes.
I just wanted to highlight these beautiful cards and that Youth Enterprise program, and that it doesn't support necessarily the Christmas for Kids or other programs. It is an enterprise in and of itself.
Correct.
That is a career awareness and kind of a workforce skill program.
And this
for the
program,
students.
we utilize our middle school kids.
Okay.
We interviewed, the middle school group. We found that when they get to high school, they get so busy that it's hard for them to be consistent in coming. But the middle school
Gotcha.
kids, they don't miss. They're here. They like to get a paycheck. So
Yeah, well, that's great. All right, the Youth Enterprise Card Program. Well, let's talk about the mission first. Tell us a little bit, just kind of an overview of the mission and its mission.
Okay. Well, the mission, of course, it came into existence many, many years ago. I'm not even sure the
I
date.
don't know the date.
But I've been with the mission for 6 years.
Okay.
And when I retired, this is what I started doing.
You both were educators.
Right, correct. My husband served on the board for the mission, and so I was involved that way with him.
Yeah.
And had, volunteered out at camp. But some of our ministries that we do at the mission that's supported by all of our thrift stores. We have 4 thrift stores,
Okay.
2 in Dyersburg,
Okay.
1 in Ripley, 1 in Halls.
Okay.
And some of those ministries, we do a summer camp for kids 1st through 12th grade. And that's a week-long camp out in Lauderdale County. It's free.
It's a beautiful.
It's a
Beautiful
beautiful
property.
setting, yeah. And we have fishing and horseback riding and Bible study and music and swimming and just
Soon going to be a foam.
That's right.
Yes.
I want to go on foam pit day.
Yes, archery, just, so many different activities for the kids. And that's really their summer vacation.
Yeah.
So that's one of the ministries we have. We also have our after-school program we call NYC.
Okay.
And we serve students from 1st grade, again, through 12. And they get 2 days a week with us. So we have 2 clubs running simultaneously.
Okay.
One here at the mission and one at First Baptist Church. We partner with them.
Okay. Is that the after-school program?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
And
It's
during
called
our-
Mission Youth Club is what
Yeah.
NYC
Okay.
stands
And so are those students, do they have the opportunity to be bused? Is
Yes.
a partnership with the school system that they'll bus them there?
Well, we pick them up. We
You
run
pick them up.
vans.
Okay.
And we pick them up at the school and then bring them to club and then we take them home. So
Oh,
they don't have to
great.
worry about transportation at all.
We
wow,
feed them
that's awesome.
supper
Okay.
and a snack and
Now, how can families sign up or take part in
they can sign
either
up.
of those
Yeah,
programs?
they can get an application at their school.
Okay.
Or they can pick up an application here at the Union Mission office. There's a financial, there needs to be a financial burden there,
Right.
hardship for them
Right.
to qualify. But we have about 25 kids in each club.
Wow.
And so we're seeing about 50 kids a day.
Okay.
And so
And it works out, and some of the things, like for the high school kids, I have been working with the mission for 2 years. I've been retired for 2 years, and my husband is the director of the mission, so he hired me because
Right.
of that, I guess.
Yeah.
But one of the things.
Did you get voluntold?
That's right. That's right. So one of the things I really wanted to do was do something a little more in depth for the high school kids. So on Mondays, the high schoolers do come 2 days, and on Thursdays they come for a regular club program. But on Mondays we do an in-depth Bible study with them.
Okay.
And last year we did John and 1 John, and this year we're doing the Book of Acts, and after Christmas we're doing Philippians. But that group started out, we had 9, And we've got 20
Wow.
come. They don't come consistently because they have so much going on
Right.
at school, you know,
Right.
like they miss for tennis or soccer or
Right.
clubs and stuff. But registered up to come, we have that many.
That's fabulous.
And myself, Eric, who's on staff here, and then one of our volunteers, Danny Coleman, helps do that, and we take turns doing the study, and that's just a little something different than club, but I don't know, we just it felt like the high school kids needed something more in depth because you know you're getting ready to be a grown-up Christian, so.
And that's, you answered one of the questions that I had in mind too, was how often do you get the opportunity to share your faith with the kids?
Every day.
Every day. Every day.
Yes.
We talk about our faith. We talk about how they can come to know Jesus. We do that every day. I mean, that's just part of our,
It's the
our
faith-based
Right.
conversation.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose.
Yes.
you know.
So, you know, all the profits from, like, when somebody brings their clothing, their used clothing or their furniture or housewares to donate to our thrift store, that profit, I mean, you are directly funding that ministry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, we really rely on our community a lot. Another ministry we do is our weekend backpack food
Right.
for kids.
Through the school
who-
system?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
We have a great relationship with the schools.
Yes, and we have volunteers that come in and head that up and pack those bags, and we don't even know who the kids are. We just send the bags out to the school systems, and so they divvy it up that way.
Yeah.
But usually we'll do about 250 bags. By the end of the year, we're doing 250 bags a week.
Yeah.
And that's
Our
a
church-
dignity kind of thing too,
Yes, it
because
is.
I know I was at Dyersville Middle School, and I know the way that we gave out the bags. They're just in, you know, Kroger bags or Walmart bags, and our guidance counselor would just go stick them in their backpack. So it's not like, you know,
Right.
kids would say, well, you get that backpack, you know.
Not a special backpack.
right,
It's
right.
their backpack.
Right.
And then our other ministry is the toy store.
Right.
Which is the Christmas for Kids, is that what you
Yes.
call it? Okay.
Yes.
So tell us about that and where the funding from that comes from and how that works.
Okay, well, so the toy store has been in existence for a long time. When Neil came on as the director, he wanted to make some changes to it, and so he visited a program in Atlanta and came away with some ideas and kind of made ours, you know, to fit our community. So the way we do it is we want to give our parents some dignity and a little pride in the fact that they actually came shopping.
Right.
That it's not a handout.
Right.
So they pay $5 per child for a participation fee. That $5 gets them in the door, so when they fill out their application, they pay their $5 per child.
Okay.
And they know they're given a time slot to come and shop. They know that when they come, that we're all going to be there to help them. We have volunteers that wrap the gifts, and we take it out to their car for them. We serve apple cider. We have cookies.
Wow.
We have Christmas music playing. We have all the sights, sounds, and smells
Yeah.
of Christmas in the gym. We want it to be like they've actually gone shopping.
Right.
Not like they've gone and, okay, here's your toy.
Yeah.
So we have a huge selection. Colleen and I start shopping. We've already started. And we usually start the week of fall break. And so we'll shop all the way up till the week before the program, before the toy store kicks off. Just depending on, you know, how many we have in each grade, in each age group.
Right.
And
Sometimes we go shopping during that time.
yes,
Because we don't want anybody to come in and say, well, the tables look picked over.
Yeah.
We want it to be full, you know, for
Well, they
every
want
shopper
everyone
that
to have
comes
a
in.
good choice.
it's a 3-day event.
Oh, okay.
So we set it up on Monday. They shop Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes we keep it open on Friday if we have another agency call us and say, this family's house burned and they've lost everything. Can they come shop? Yes.
Right.
Or, you know, this is a
Right.
family that's just moved to town and they don't have, you know, the resources. So sure, you can come and shop. So we reserve Friday for that. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you have a designated time, like you can come and shop from 8:30 to 11. And so they're greeted at the door with, a cup of hot cider and come on in. We want to make them feel like they're coming in our store.
Right.
And
they don't bring the children with them.
No, we want them to feel like a customer.
Right, right.
And so they leave feeling like they've actually been to a mall. They've had a lot of choices, and we want those tables full.
And the $5 is all they pay.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So
And
the shopping is selecting, but it's not costing them even more.
The gifts that we purchase, we try to keep every gift between $20 and $30. So it's a brand new gift, and then we have other, like the Farms does a big toy drive, and CCA does a toy drive for us. We have other people in the community that'll just show up with, 5 bikes in the back of their truck.
Yeah.
And we try to keep the toy value even. So, you're walking away with 3 really nice toys.
Right. And that's what they get. They get to choose 3 items
Right, and
per child.
they get 3 items per child. And like some of the items, if we have bicycles, those are bigger items.
Yeah.
So you
That
have to
might count
get,
for 2.
that counts for 2.
Yeah.
But you get stocking stuffers, and then we have socks and gloves and different things like that. So those things are extra that don't get wrapped. But the toys that they pick out off the tables, we have ladies from Sunday school classes and stuff come and wrap the toys. And what they do is when they do get to come, and I like us doing this too, they fill out a form which puts them like, this is where you're shopping for your kids for Christmas. So it's not like one of those things where you can come here and get a bunch of toys and go somewhere else and get a bunch of toys. And we have a system, there's a system online that kind of keeps up, and different organizations can look, and we can look and say, well, you went and did this, so you don't need to do this one.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people ask that question, and I'm just like,
I'm glad you touched on that too, because we are getting into the giving season, and there are many wonderful agencies here in this one small community that offer Christmas programs for children. And
Shop with a Cop, they call us. They're not in the charity tracker that we are, but I know us, and I think Rural Ministry is in charity tracker. So we all try
Breakfast
to,
Rotary, I think they use it as well.
We try to spread the resources out. It's not we're trying to limit your family to just this, but we want to serve as many families as we can.
And if you are taking from multiple opportunities, then you're taking the opportunity away from another family who might not be getting any opportunities.
And we're very prudent on gifts. Make sure it's gifts. We don't do gift cards.
No.
Just because that can go awry.
Right.
So it's gifts that kids will receive. And well, the tables are set up. You'll have to come see it when we get it set. The tables are set up age appropriate.
Right.
So this, and it's got boy tables, girl tables. So you don't say if somebody's dad comes or somebody's granddad comes, they're lost. It's goose. They don't know how to shop. So we'll help them shop, but they'll be able to go to each age group and say, well, this is the age of my granddaughter, and this is the stuff that she would like.
So when they pay their $5 and submit their form, are they giving you information a little bit about the children so you know what to shop for?
No.
Or are you all just already?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They come in, and if they need help, we're down there. There's some more people down there that you can kind of tell if it's a guy that comes in and he's lost. You're say, hey, come on, we'll help you go shop,
we try to, I try to buy as if I was buying for my own child, and Colleen, it's the same way.
Right.
And would my child like this gift? And so we try to get a big variety of sports and music and art and different interests that the kids would like. So
if you're Christmas shopping already, go ahead and just pick up 2.
Yeah,
whatever you're buying. You're buying for your children or grandchildren, just go ahead and pick up 2.
Well, and we said it before when we get it set up and we're looking around and we're like, oh my God, I could shop for my grandchildren in here, you know.
Yes, all of our volunteers say that. Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But another thing that I think is interesting or unique about our program is one of our target audience is we like helping people who are working a minimum wage job and they just can't make ends meet, or a single mom, or grandparents on a fixed income.
Yeah, and especially these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes.
I grocery shopped last night for one meal. I went and bought the ingredients to make one home cooked meal and some other little extra things we needed. $160 for 3 bags of, of groceries. And I came into the house and said to my husband, I don't know how families with children are doing this. This is just you and I. And
Well, we met a lady last year who she was working, you know, minimum wage job, and we were buying toys from her.
Yeah.
And she went, you know, what are y'all doing? Because we had 4 carts full of toys. And we told her, and she said, I'm going to get my sister and we're going to come get an application. And they did, and they came and shopped.
Wonderful.
But, you know, it helped them out.
Right. Well, and the sense of dignity about it, I think, is probably priceless to them, especially. So.
And Malia, the interesting thing is when they get the wrapped gift.
Yeah.
When we take the time to wrap it, and I mean, it's good, nice, wrapped. It's not like thrown in a sack. It's nice.
Yeah.
And, you know, with bows and cards and
And they're sitting over there drinking cider while they're late. You know.
And
Listening to Christmas
those ladies take such pride in their wrapping. They want to do it for them. And when they take it out, I mean, when we present those gifts to them, it's just, they will, 9 times out of 10 will say, my kids are going to be so excited when they see wrapped gifts. They've never had wrapped gifts.
Right. Yeah.
And
how exciting for the children, because I'm sure it doesn't happen the day before Christmas, so those gifts get to be under the tree for a few days.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So how exciting. So
Yeah.
I wonder how many of them get opened immediately. How many of them are peeking?
Yeah, that's right.
How many of them are peeking?
right.
I think this is so wonderful. It's so wonderful. And so, as individuals being involved, and especially having been educators, and a passion obviously you have for all things children, all things youth, where has your faith along the way shaped your desire to be involved in something like this?
I know with me, when I retired, because I always visioned, and I taught middle school my whole career, so I always visioned my teaching as a ministry. You know, it wasn't just going and getting a paycheck or educate. It was educating, but it was also a calling. This is my ministry. This is what I do. So it was one of the things when I did retire. I mean, I was ready to retire.
Yeah.
But when I did retire, it was not a question of, oh, I'm going to miss that so much, because I knew that I was going to come and help down here. I mean, I had come after some and helped, and Angela was already here, and of course, knowing what Neil does. But it kind of just bled over from the school, because I still know a lot of the kids, and just being able to love on them, and hopefully it's like we said earlier, every opportunity we have to share our faith with the kids at the Christmas store, or anything that we do, it's just loving them with the love of Christ, but hoping that they will carry that that force. So with me, it has become more of an extension of what I did as a career ministry, and then being able to do this, and I was glad to be able to step into it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the opportunity over the years of the program where maybe a parent or two or grandparent has been a beneficiary of the program, but maybe years later had the opportunity that they could come pay it forward and be part of the program themselves as a thank you for the gratitude, their gratitude that they benefited from it?
We have a parent that in the summer they will volunteer to be a van rider, not on the day that their child, not on the week that their child's coming to camp, but another week, just to kind of pay it forward. We also had a woman that when I did, I guess it was the first year I did the toy store, and it was, oh gosh, it had to be 15 degrees outside.
Okay.
It was so cold. And so she came in, and obviously she had walked because she was freezing. And I said, she didn't have her form with her, and I said, can I help you? And, are you here to shop? And she said, no, I shopped last year, but I got a job, and I don't have to do this year, but I do want to come and help you. And I said, how did you get here? And she had walked from her house in that freezing cold to come up here and help that day. And
That gives me chills.
That's a great story.
Yeah. So
That's the hands and feet of Jesus.
Right.
That's a Proverbs
Yeah.
31 woman.
Yeah. And another, we had a lady last year. She came in to the toy store, and I was walking around with her and just talking to her and trying to know her story. And she said, I've shopped in your store. This is my second year, and this is my last year.
Wow.
And I said, okay, why? And she said, because I'm graduating from Dyersburg State. I will have a job next year.
Oh.
So she said, I won't have to. I will miss you, but I will be excited to be able to shop on my own and turn my spot over to somebody else.
Oh, wow.
So, it's just really neat stories like that that you're making a difference.
Right.
This ministry is making a difference.
Absolutely.
And we feel like that we contact with kids and families like siblings, and like last year we had 2 of our kids that are in high school contacted us, and I like the relationship we have with the kids, that they can ask, but their parents were working and didn't have time to come and shop. Can we come and shop for our younger siblings? And so we let them come and shop, and then we had one of them shop for the other one, and the other one shop for the other one, and then wrap the presents, but loaded their car up and send them home. And there was 5 of them.
Yeah,
Is there 5 of them?
5 children.
And but they took care of all of their family and their siblings, and while their parents were working and didn't have time to come. So I thought that was a pretty cool story too.
I'm going to volunteer at the toy
Oh,
store.
good,
Yes.
good.
I'm so excited. So how can others get involved, whether it be donations, monetarily, or toys, or serving their time?
Yes.
How can others get involved? Yes, check,
To all.
check.
Bring toys if you want to do
Okay.
that.
And drop them off where?
Just drop them off here at the office or downstairs in the donation center, and tell them this
Tell
is
the
for the
ladies.
toy store.
Be sure to tell them it's for the toy store.
And make sure they're new toys.
And make sure
toys.
they're new.
Okay.
And or if you want to give financially, you can just put a check in the mail and just designate it on the check. for
Or
the
shop
toy
the
store.
thrift store.
Yes.
Or
Thrift-
shop,
Do I understand correctly? Proceeds from the thrift store help
Yes.
fund all the programs, but this one one as well.
And donations to the thrift store.
And
Yeah.
donations
Yeah.
to thrift store.
Every time you clean your closet out, it's helping.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you want to volunteer, we need help setting up, decorating the gym for Christmas.
Okay.
Nobody ever wants to decorate the big Christmas tree that we have.
That's the short straw if you get to do that.
So I always need help doing that.
Okay.
We need help, styling, I guess, for lack of a better
Right.
word, styling the table, and making it look like it's a shop and
Right.
not just a garage sale.
Yeah.
And so those are all things that,
Okay. What are
sweeping
the-
the gym
have the-
floor, those are all things we need to
Yeah.
have done.
Have the dates for this year's toy store been set yet?
Yes, it is December the 9th through the 11th.
The 9th through the
And we'll be
11th.
setting up on that Monday. Also,
Okay.
if you want
So
to.
the 8th. 8th is set up day.
Right.
Okay.
And, if you love to wrap, we
Yeah.
have people that just love to wrap. Or come and help shop with somebody. Just, if you're a good,
And is it all day on those days, or?
yes, well, it's, we have shifts. We have an 8:30 to 11, and then we start back again at 1, and we go to 4.
Okay. Great ways that people can help. I love this. I love that.
Yeah.
Why? I guess I'm not understanding why I've not ever known about this.
A lot of people say the same thing. They just don't understand. They view the mission as a place to bring their donations,
Yeah.
but then they don't understand what we do with that profit, because we
Right.
are a nonprofit. We
Right.
take that money and we
well, and
fund our
and
ministries.
two, honestly, I think it's to the dignity point. Yeah, also that it's not just blasted out
Right.
there.
Right.
You know, that's part of the dignity, is
Right.
that it's an opportunity for people to,
Well, and
Just-
and I know this is kind of breaking away from the Christmas a little bit, but I mean, we try to do things like our summer camp, which is a big expenditure that we have. We try to do everything like the best camp in the world, you know, the best counselors, and it would be like something that's free to our kids, but gosh, you would spend, if you send your own kid there, it would be $300 a week, you know,
Yeah.
for the stuff we have.
just
So,
like a real camp.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's a day camp?
It is,
Okay.
and our
But they're
coun-
bused from here down there and back each night.
our counselors love working this camp so much that we have repeat counselors for 3 years usually till they have to get an
They have to get a real
internship
job.
or a real job.
Yeah.
Their parents will say,
And they're
"No."
all volunteers for the camp.
No,
No,
we
our
pay
counselors
them.
are paid.
Your counselors are paid, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Back to the toy store and donations. What about wrapping paper?
Oh, I love wrapping paper.
Bring it.
Good
Yeah.
wrapping paper.
Good wrapping paper.
Yes.
And good
My-
tape.
My wrappers like good wrapping
Yes,
paper.
they do.
And bows.
Well, the
all
bows,
things.
the bows that we use is that tool that you can get from Hobby Lobby because you can stack the packages easily
And
the
then they
bows
still
are still
puff back
fly.
out.
Bounce back
Yeah.
out. Okay.
And we go and buy that quickly.
Okay,
Yes.
so if you're at Hobby Lobby today, run.
Yes.
Buy some Christmassy looking
Yes.
tool.
Red, green, or white.
Red, green, or
Any
white
of
tool, and grab some
Yes.
wrapping paper while you're at it.
Yep.
So.
They sell it in a bolt.
Yep.
So
One thing that I do, I mean, we've said it before, but I always want people to take away that everything that we do with the mission is to share Jesus Christ. You know, with the toy store and the youth camp and all of our clubs, you know, our hope is that the kids, they're presented with a gospel message, you know, so we you know, are not going to say, well, you're coming and maybe you heard about Jesus. I mean, you're going to hear Christ. You're going to hear what the real answer of
Well,
life
and you're
is.
seeing it
Yeah.
in action.
So,
too.
you
You're
know.
seeing faith in action.
So we hope that we hope that when they leave in that, you know, they're committed to their faith, and you know, which is the most important thing.
Right,
So
right.
you know, that drives everything that we do.
Yeah, and the community partnerships. We've talked a little bit about, about some of them here and there with the backpack program and things like that, but community partnerships are crucial,
Yes.
I think, to these types of programs as well. To all organizations, businesses, and groups of any kind that would like to get involved, there are lots of opportunities here.
Yes.
At New
Yeah,
Ireland
absolutely.
Mission.
You know,
Absolutely.
from being we're always in need of van riders, van drivers, you know, or even just, if that's not your thing, hanging clothes in the donation center.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I guess that I would add is the blessing is always ours when we work with our students. I mean, our students are good kids. They're sweet. A lot of, you know, one thing I would say to somebody who's on the fence about volunteering in our after school program or with kids is they love coming here. They love us, and you know, and we love them, and we become invested in their lives, and they see that.
Yeah.
So
I have a personal story about interacting with some of the after-school kids when my granddaughter was little. She's not so little now. She's just 7, but she's still not little. But we have a beautiful playground that's not far here from the mission property, and had her there one afternoon, enjoying the splash pad and the playground. And the after-school group came to enjoy a few minutes of recess, I guess, so to speak, at the playground. And she had a blast playing with many of those students, and just they were so kind to her, and she was much smaller, you know, than they were, but they just got right in there and lumped her right in with them and had such a good time too. And I could tell that was being, that kind of behavior and you know, was being instilled in them.
Well, and we want our kids to, and this is a little extra caveat, but we want our kids to be able to succeed in school, college, and stuff. So, and our kids have a relationship with us if they have an opportunity to go to a conference, Bay Club, or something else, and need some money. they don't mind asking because they know that we'll help them go. We want them to go. We had a young guy that went to Model UN, is that what it was? And he needed a suit by yesterday.
Yeah.
And so, Angela, we ordered how many suits from Amazon? 4 suits from Amazon and shirts, and I told him, he was in our Bible study, and I said, bring whatever you've got at home, because I thought his socks are not going to be, and he wore that to Molly UN and to DHS.
Yes.
So he did, but we got him. It was a little panic attack, but we got him set. But he knew he could ask, you know, and so and we've got kids, if they go to college, we want them to succeed there. We want them to be able to do that. So we're not going to just, well, you're in high school, you're done. So you're done.
We don't cut them off as when they leave high school. Our goal is to have them either find a job, go to TCAT, or go to college, and we try to follow up with them and do one of the 3.
Yeah, we had another episode where we spoke about the aging out process for many individuals, that they age out of the ability to not take advantage but to benefit from different resources, and you don't age out of circumstances.
No. Yeah.
You don't. You rise above them, and programs like these help them to rise above.
Well, hopefully, hopefully it gets them out of a cycle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Breaking those generational cycles in families. So, thank you all so much.
Sure.
One of our, not one of, but our standard closing at all Authentically You podcasts, especially this 31 and 31 series, is that we ask our guests to share a favorite scripture or two that has had personal meaning to you. Do you want to share a scripture?
Well, you have a favorite scripture every month, but my life verse is John 3:16.
Yeah.
And I always go back to John 3:16 because it's the gospel message, and for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him will have everlasting life. And it drives, to me, the gospel message drives what the mission's all about.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You're the first person that's ever used John 3:16 on the podcast.
We have, like, my grandkids, we're big on life verses.
Yeah.
And so I would think, well, I'm going to use this one, but I can't get away from John 3:16.
Well, there you go.
It's
it
can be yours too.
Yep. You'll share.
I'll share it.
You'll share.
Well, as I was approaching retirement, I didn't know what I was going to do after retirement, but I knew I needed and wanted to do something, and I wanted to do something in missions. And so I was praying through that as I was making my decision on, is this the year I'm going to retire? And so I finally made that decision, turned in my resignation, my retirement letter to Dyer County Schools, and then 3 days later, Neil called me to come and talk to him about writing Bible curriculum for their after school. So, but through that whole process that I was praying, I ran across this verse. It's from Psalm 32:8. And the Lord says, I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you. And he orchestrated that whole thing, and all I had to do was just be obedient. And the timing was just perfect, and it fit. What I love to do was curriculum, and
he had a place for your gifts.
He had a place for my gift and a time. Right.
And Neil was very excited you came.
And that's been the resounding theme through every episode in this series is obedience. Every woman, and whatever their story has been, has landed on intentionality and obedience, in the waiting, in the timing, and in the listening, to what God has for us to do for Him.
Yeah.
And so, thank you all so much for sitting down.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having
Listeners, viewers, and get those toys delivered, brand new toys. Start shopping now.
And you come and visit our store.
Yes.
I'm going to come and work.
Okay, there you go.
Great.
I'm going to come and work December 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Yes.
2 different shifts for working the store, but December the 8th is the big
Is the big setup
lots
day.
of help. if you don't want to work the store, then please consider coming helping on December.
And if you have any questions about coming, or whatever, just holler at us.
Right,
yes.
We'll let you know.
Right. And the big box brand cards don't have anything on the student enterprise here. Get your cards here.
Yes.
Well, I will say this too. The cards on the back tell you the story of Youth Enterprise.
Oh, that's fabulous.
So, you
That is
get a
fabulous.
card.
You get a card, and then
And there's that's
the recipient
that's
has the story
right.
about where your card gift came from.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks again, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Enjoyed our conversation.
Yes.
Thanks for joining in today for this episode of the 31 in 31 series, a month of conversations with Proverbs 31 women here at the Authentically You Network podcast. We look forward to yet another great episode tomorrow and hope that you will join us to be inspired, encouraged, and have your faith strengthened. Have a great day and be blessed.